Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Well, today we are doing a get ready with me, doing a full face of makeup using the Col-Lab beauty products. So I got as much as I could possibly get my hands on. And if you want to see how I got the look, you're in the right place. But before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure that you take a moment. Just hit that subscribe button along with the bell notifications so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Okay, if you guys want to see how I got the look, just keep watching. Alright guys, today I am going to be doing a get ready with me, and we will be using a whole bunch of products from Col-Lab. So I picked up quite a few of their products. I've got one of their eyeshadow palettes. I've picked up their loose powder. Also their makeup sponge. On Thursday's video on my Battle of the Foundations, I used their foundation. So if you missed that video, I'll leave a little card up here so you can go ahead and watch that. I've picked up their concealer. This is actually a sculpting bronzer, is what they call this one. So I got one of their bronzers, a blush, eyebrow pencil, mascara, and lipstick. So I think we are all set to go ahead and do the full face of makeup. I've already gone ahead and applied the foundation, so now we're going to move on to the concealer. So their concealer is called the No Floss Liquid Concealer. I picked up the colors, I'll say colors because it has two on the bottom. It says beige/tan, or tan, and then it's color 4/5. So I guess they couldn't make up their mind which one they wanted it to be, huh? I'm a little unimpressed with the applicator. It's kind of a skinny little thing. So let's just go right in and see how it does. That's dark. I'm going to just start off with a brush, tapping that in, and then I'll go smooth it out with their sponge. A little bit up on my lids too, because we're going to use this as a primer for the eyeshadows. Plus that foundation did not cover very well on my lids, so I need the extra coverage up there. Actually works pretty good. Right, for under my eyes, I am going to go in with my Essence Brighten Up powder. I've been really liking this under my eyes to help set things because it doesn't crease. So I want to make sure that I use products that I know how they perform so we can see how this sealer holds up. By the way, for my under eye, I picked up this, what do you call this one? This is actually considered a foundation brush by Moda, but it's got the weirdest little shape to it because of the angle on it. I'll show you that. So I like using that because I can get right up underneath my eyes and tap out my powder really easily. There it is. There's a fuzz on there. All right, now let's go ahead and use their powder. So this is called the Set the Stage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder. And I'm in the color, again, they can't make up their mind what to call it, Ivory/Sand, and it's /02, I'm sorry, 02/03. So, and you get, how much do you get in this? 0.35 ounces, so you do get the cute little puff inside. And the holes, so we'll have to tap some out. Oops, this might be a little dark for me, we'll see. Look how dark that looks. It's not coming off that dark on my face, so don't be afraid of that. I'll tell you, this foundation, you definitely want to set it with powder. Still feels tacky on my skin even though I'm setting it. All right, let's go in and bronze. I tell you, this is throwing me off because they have the name going this way, but it actually opens this way. So I keep wanting to open it from the other side. Okay, first of all, I don't like this. I don't like when things don't open all the way. One of my pet peeves about products. I'm going to use this to also contour my nose a little bit. Tap that off. It's a little stark there. Okay. I barely tapped in that, and that gave me a lot of product. All right, luckily that blended out really well. So let's move on and get some blush on. The blush color, oh, by the way, on the bronzer, this is the color Major. And then for my blush, it's called First Base. And that's what the blush looks like. So there's no shimmer to it, no little flecks of anything. It's a pretty color. It just is really kind of patchy. Let me just take a clean big brush and see if I can kind of buff that all in a little better. And I did not pick up any of their highlighters. I don't even remember seeing one there. So we're skipping highlighters today, but let's move into our brows. So their brow product is their Shape and Shade. They actually had two different styles. So they had the thicker one that kind of comes to a point, and then they had the fine tip one, which is what I picked up. And I picked up the color Taupe. We do have a spoolie on the end, so yay, thank you for doing that. Let's see how it works on the brows. Okay. Spoolie, I don't like. So see how short the bristles are compared to my other one. And they're just a lot stiffer and not as flexible. So I feel like I'm kind of scratching my face more than I am kind of brushing through my brows. And this is a harder pencil, not soft. Not soft at all. That looks really dark for a taupe. Okay, that's the brows. Not that impressed with the brow pencil either, so that will probably be a pass on me. Let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. So I picked up this palette. I forgot how many shades it comes in. I'll leave something down here at the bottom that tells you. But let's see, it's their Palette Pro eyeshadow palette. And the shade on this one is called Best of the Day. On the back, they have numbers and a little chart, so they're suggesting an eye look for you there, if that's something you're interested in doing. Okay, so these are what the shades look like. And we have two shimmer colors. So this gold here is a shimmer, and this olive greenish grayish color is also a shimmer. All right, so I'm going to start off with this shade right here in the corner, and I'm going to take that all over my lids. tell you the one thing though, they did have a pretty large selection of all kinds of products. So besides these palettes, they had some the eye crayons. They had ones that have like a wand, a liquid one that you can go in with. They had pigments. They had all kinds of stuff that you could get. So they had a pretty good selection of different kinds of products. So I do appreciate that they do that. All right, for my crease, I'm going to go into this tan shade right there. I'm sorry, I think I just said crease. I'm at my transition color. Okay, that was really patchy, and I had spent a lot of time going in to blend that. So hopefully the rest of the colors work better from here on out. I'm going to take this rusty color right here and take that into my crease. I actually mean crease this time. Ooh, that one's pigmented. I barely tapped into that one. All right. I think I'm going to leave it just at that. I'm going to go in with this gold shade on the lid. And now let's work on the bottom lash line. All right, now I'm picking up a pencil brush and I'm going to go into, let's take this orange shade there. I'm going to take that under my eyes lightly. Really buff that out. And then on an angle brush, I'm going to go into this dark brown shade there. And just take that right on the very outer part of my eyeliner, or take this on the very outer part of my lash line. Oh, that one's got some pigment to it. And I'm going to repeat that up on the top lash too. Just making a little bit of a faux wing with powder. Let me curl my lashes. I'll be right back, and then we'll move on to some mascara and some lipstick. All right, for their mascara I picked up, it's called the Works Wow Effect All-in-One Mascara. I think I had 4 different types of mascaras, but unfortunately my store only had 2 of them in stock. So they have ones that'll do lengthening, some are volume, some are curl hold. So I picked up this one. This is supposed to give an unbelievable false eyelash effect. We'll see about that. Now, keep in mind, my eyelashes are already pretty long because I do use Care Post. So I wasn't really looking for anything that was going to give any more length to them because of how long they are. I'll show you. Zoom in here. So they're pretty long. So anyway, I love their packaging though. It's very sleek. It's got like that rubberized covering on it. Here's the wand. Came out with a lot of product on it, so I'm going to scrape some of this stuff off. You can pick it up very well, but let me try it again. I'm going to get in closer for you. It's got like big gaps in between where the bristles are. So you'll have like a section of bristles and then a big gap and then a section of bristles as it goes around. So it's hard to actually get this at the right angle to get the bristles onto your lashes. And it actually, let's see, I see, let's look this way. You see how it's got a arch to it? And that's just on one side of it does that. So it's weird, just like their sponge has all those different angles on it. This does too. It's actually not too wet and not too dry, so it's a nice consistency there. Okay. That definitely works on the lengthening as well. My big thing is I want my lashes to hold the curl, so we'll have to see how this lasts throughout the day. But let's move on to some lips. All right, for lipstick I picked up, and I've actually worn this one before. This is their Matte Addiction Liquid Matte Lipstick, and I got the color Boy Toy. And I can already tell you I really, really like this. Their applicator is small. It's just like the one that they have for their concealer, but it's angled and then it's flat. It's got a nice point to it, but it's just a great way to, I mean, it helps you really get a good line in there, a straight line, so you don't need to use a lip liner. You guys, I am just having one of those days where my brain and my mouth are not talking to each other very well. Do you ever have those? Look at that. So creamy. And this is very comfortable. It doesn't get dry. It wears very well. See, that's a pretty color, isn't it? Boy Toy. So I really like that. All right, I do not have any setting spray from them either, so I'm just going to use my Urban Decay. Let me let that dry, and I will be right back, and we'll see how everything turned out. All right, guys, this is the finished look using all of the Col-Lab products that I had. Let me go through everything one at a time and give you my thoughts on them. The concealer, I liked it. I thought it was pretty darn good. It hasn't creased or anything, and it's looking really nice. It worked well with my powder. So that one is a good one. It's still not going to be better than either the Tarte Shape Tape or my our Tom, I can never say the name of that concealer that I absolutely love. But anyway, so this would be maybe in a top 10 of different concealers that I've tried before. So it's a good one though. As for the powder, I did like it. Again, don't get afraid of the fact that it's very dark because it doesn't come across that way once you put it on your face. So I wish the Makeup Divine about the color name. So is this really ivory or is it sand? Who knows? I did not care for the bronzer. I felt that was very, very patchy, did not blend out all that well, and I really had to work on that. I actually had to shut off my camera for a little bit and worked on it even more. And same goes for the blush. So I was not a fan of the blush either. So those I would pass on. The eyeshadow palette, I felt that it had some good colors and it had some shades that were just not that good. So for example, let me open it up here. This one that I used as my transition shade, I had to work very, very hard to get that one to blend out. However, this shade right here was very creamy and worked great. It was very easy to blend, as was the one that I went in with on the lid. This dark brown, holy cow, that one's really pigmented. So There was just a couple colors in here I didn't care for. I will never use this olive green shade because I just don't care for colors like that on my eyes. So, but I think this was just a little bit too much money for this being considered drugstore. So I would not pick up any of their other palettes that they have. I'll put it that way. Okay, the sponge. I don't like the sponge. It's just too hard. And when you think you're tapping away and you're at the right area, getting the right angle of everything, then suddenly it's turning on you. So I think it just has too many personalities going on. It's trying to do too much in one sponge, and it just ends up not working properly. And it's so hard, just too hard. The mascara, surprisingly, I really like the mascara. I can tell you already that my eyelashes are starting to not keep their shape. They're starting to fall down. I'll leave a little note down in the description box letting you know how the mascara did throughout the rest of the day. If it started smudging or anything like that, I'll let you know. And lipstick, really, really like this lipstick. So I'm going to go see what other shades they have because I think it's just very comfortable. It went on with one coat and it just lasts and it doesn't get on your teeth. Eyebrow pencil, didn't care for this one. So taupe, I think that's just a really dark shade for being a taupe. So I don't know. Normally when I see a taupe, it's more of a blondie color. So, and it's very, very stiff and hard. So it's not creamy at all. Just didn't care for it, and I really don't like the spoolie on that either. So that's kind of a little quick recap on all of those products. Again, the foundation, if you want to see my thoughts on that, you'll need to go back and watch the last Thursday's video on that too. So, hey guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me today and sharing my collab with me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notifications, so you'll be notified when I upload new videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And as always, you guys, I love you, and bye-bye.